Great. I mean, we've had some lovely conversation here, and really surprising actually to talk about a CIO or technology leader that is now less the techie and more. We've talked about being able to talk about outcomes, being a finance linguist, translating, change management, and John, you talked about sort of facilitating the solutions and bringing people together. So that's really good. And Conor, you helped us to think about the decision points on data and security and cost modelling. I think maybe if we just finish off now about what do you guys see as maybe the biggest risk and the biggest opportunity for organisations, thinking about transforming to this enterprise of tomorrow from your perspective, whatever transforming for tomorrow means to you. What's going to get in the way and what's going to be your opportunity? Let's start at this end of the table with John.
Oh, I knew you were going to start
Sorry.
with me.
He looks all right. He looks okay.
I think, internally, obviously, the inertia. So to change some things, everyone can see it and it's easy, but often the things you have to change are not things everyone wants to change. Mm-hmm. And that can be at a company or a business level. Those things can be difficult to change. And those things then either underpin or undermine what it is you're trying to achieve. So that inertia, I wouldn't say it's the only risk, but it's one of the ones that you have to think about a lot and try and figure out how will you communicate, I guess, the right incentives to make those changes. And I think that that's something that I think about a lot. So how do you embed those changes within the firm you're working with?
Very good. And Tom, sort of big risks or big opportunities facing your organisation for change?
I think the pace of change, right, will always, technology, the technology department will always be adaptable to whatever the business rate of change is. My concern around that is, I think wherever we go, how fast we go, okay, we're moving into a world of more complexity, okay? It's not us that are the technologists in that sense doing that thing on the ground, but we still own that technology implementation. My biggest concern is the capability of the people, right? As we move into a world where everything is automated, everything is artificial intelligence, everything is machine driven, okay? The technological complexity of the systems, the platforms, the point solutions, whatever, the integrations themselves, okay, become more complex. And our people, our organizations, geared, capable, right, to face into that. Okay. That's my biggest concern.
Very good.
Yeah. That's
Natascha,
a really good point.
Quite clear. You ready with your answer?
Yeah. Yes, but I actually resonate with what you were saying. I think the world is moving so fast. Technology is moving so fast. I think the worry is, can the business and the people working in that company cope with that amount of change? Mm-hmm. I see people struggling as it is, and so how are they going to cope with tomorrow? And I'm not sure businesses are yet geared up to be able to deal with that and to figure out how to help them along that journey.
Very good. Let's come to you at the end, Oliver. I want to rely on your summing up. Conor, tell us.
My risk is people. Change fatigue, but talent as well. We're doing things on scale, and I'm fishing a pretty small pond trying to find the talent. I think the opportunity, though, is huge. We're about to see the biggest technical transformation in the next couple of years, with the introduction of 5G. The speed of us being able to communicate machine to machine. We're going to sub 1 millisecond connectivity time with 5G coming in. So that's going to bring so much data. We've got 26 billion connected devices today. In 5 years' time, that's going to triple. The extra data we're going to all have to start processing is going to spin so many new technologies, which is exciting but concerning at the same time.
We better get all that data and legacy stuff sorted out then, in anticipation.
Indeed, it's all coming our way. So yeah, lots of process.
And Oliver, help us wrap up.
Yeah, it's a nice building.
Summing
actually.
up, what do you think?
I agree with everything that's been said. The complexity, the explosion in devices. I mean, for me, I like one of the things that our CEO says, which is a lot of organisations are really worried about the nation-state hackers, breaking in, effectively like the ninjas going in through the skylights, in the ceiling of the building. The reality is most organisations are leaving the front door unlocked and the downstairs windows wide open because the basic IT hygiene isn't there. Essentially knowing what you have, keeping up to date, and being able to respond to threats quickly when they do emerge, and managing that state. So I think I agree, but I think it's that complexity. And I think there was a quote recently that I really liked, which was, we've gone past the point of being able to keep up with that change and that complexity now. Effectively, even as people, our ability to kind of understand, the rate of change in society, let alone as an enterprise, we're way past that point now. Stuff is changing so fast. We're just playing catch up in most cases. So just knowing what you have and knowing what's entering your organisation and managing that complexity, for me, is really going to be key for organisations to thrive and survive.
I think that's it. Just almost as a mindset, it's just being comfortable with change.
Yeah,
that is the plan. If you can be comfortable with it and then build a plan around that, then you don't get stuck. You don't get left behind.
Constant is change.
Yeah.
What a great place to stop. Thank you very much, everyone. I mean, fantastic contributions. Really, really well done. Really well described, and some really interesting insights there, unexpectedly. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.